Wasteland era, year 2121, human civilization was almost completely destroyed by the pollution of nuclear war and has yet to recover. Humans eke out a meager existence in this wasteland, struggling to build settlements one by one to ensure their safety. However, even after gaining a foothold, humanity can no longer reclaim its former dominant position as rulers of the planet. For ordinary humans, recklessly stepping out of a settlement is equivalent to stepping 1 foot into hell. Because today's world has long been ravaged beyond recognition by nuclear energy, even the small insects that humans once easily handled have, under the infection of nuclear energy, become humanity's nightmare nuclear beasts. The weak are prey to the strong, survival of the fittest. This is the only truth in today's world. To survive here, one can only become stronger and more ruthless than these mutated creatures. Because the horrors of this world go far beyond this. This can make you more comfortable, from childhood to adulthood. Humph, looks like that's the house. Tonight's event is truly something to look forward to. Humph? Young man, you look unfamiliar. Did you come to the wrong place? Little brother, you look a bit unfamiliar. This is private territory. One more step forward, and we'll have to send you off. Open your eyes wide and see clearly. So, it's a distinguished SVIP guest. I came here specifically to have fun, don't spoil it for me. Welcome to Wasteland Eden. This way, esteemed guest. Next, please enjoy your journey through Wasteland Eden to the fullest. Wasteland Eden is an underground club that has recently exploded in popularity. Those who come here to spend are either regional overlords or upper-class dignitaries, and what attracts them are the special services offered here. Welcome everyone to tonight's selection assembly. Here, money is the only thing that talks. As long as you have money, we will let you experience what is called ultimate pleasure. Now, let the assembly begin. Whoa! How about it? These are the products meticulously selected by our Chamber of Commerce. Their vintage, purity, and quality are impeccable. They will absolutely let you feel the kind of joy only a god deserves to have. Come on, esteemed guests, spend your money to your heart's content. The so-called special service is providing illegal slave auctions, mostly of young girls, where the highest bidder wins. The surviving population in the Wasteland era is already scarce, and human trafficking is a serious crime, so the transactions here are all carried out secretly. But the true horror of Eden doesn't stop there. Esteemed guests, why are you here all alone? Could it be that you're not interested in these products? Second-rate goods, boring. Isn't there anything more exciting? It seems our guest is a connoisseur. We do indeed have something more exciting. However, to select top-grade goods, you need to become one of our Supreme members to qualify. Is it enough to qualify? It's all my fault for failing to recognize your importance. Esteemed guest, please follow me. Esteemed guests, this way please. Hello handsome, my name is Xiaomie. I'm 18 this year. Esteemed guests, this is a high-grade item we acquired this time. What do you think? Not bad. In that case, please enjoy yourself. It seems I've really encountered some top-grade goods this time. Master, from now on, I am your exclusive pet. You can do anything to me, including that kind of thing. That kind of thing? Which kind are you referring to? Master, you're so bad. We're already here, still pretending? Of course it's this kind of thing. Just this? Seems rather ordinary. Oh? So Master doesn't like it when I take the initiative? In that case, does Master like it when I take a bit more initiative? Master, little kitty will be very obedient. If I'm not, Master can use a whip to lash little kitty. You like to eat the whip? Little kitty only likes to eat Master's whip. Good. Then take a good taste of my whip. Ouch. Master, why did you hit me? If I'm broken by your hitting, I won't be able to serve Master anymore. Can't take just one lash? I remember your bodies are supposed to be quite tough. As long as your head isn't completely smashed, you probably won't die. Isn't that right, Miss Beastman? How did you know I'm a beast man? Are you a scavenger? What, can't scavengers come here to spend money? I'm a premium member now. I must say, your disguise is not bad, but beast men cannot completely transform into humans. Even if the appearance is close to human, the scent and body temperature on you will still expose your identity. How could that be? You are our esteemed guest. I will definitely serve you well. I just want to make Master comfortable. Don't bully me, okay? Who on earth are you? Why can your whip break my disguise form? This person clearly looks very young. At most a novice scavenger. Why would he have that kind of strange weapon? I'm just an ordinary scavenger who happened to accept a mission that requires cleaning all of you up. Hurry up, I'll give you a chance to call your companions. If you all attack together, it'll save me time. Although I don't know what this scavenger is thinking, I am indeed no match for him on my own. But if we attack together, it'll be different. I thought I'd run into some tough nut, turns out it's just a brat. What, this kid is too fierce, you can't handle him? Let your sisters help you share the burden? This guy is a scavenger, don't be careless. Since he's a scavenger, then guns are meaningless. Let's just lay our cards on the table. The scavengers who came to cause trouble before were no match for us either. This brat is all alone, and he looks like a greenhorn. He's not even enough for a few of us to share. Let's make it quick, there's a big feast waiting for us outside. That's right, if we team up, even high-level scavengers might not get an advantage against us. You think we can't take care of him? Brat. Die. If you all attack together, it really makes things easier for me. You can actually use special abilities? Could it be you're not a scavenger, but a new human? In the end, I was still careless. What I used wasn't a special ability, but an item. Although I used up one lightning talisman, I took care of 5 beastmen. This deal was worth it. It's beastmen. Could it be that group that's been secretly luring, abusing, and eating humans recently? Beastmen, there are beastmen eating people here. According to intelligence, only 5 beastmen were lurking here. Not only did they capture lone human girls to provide indecent services to humans, but they also secretly ate some humans who came seeking pleasure. Beastmen are on a higher evolutionary dimension than nuclear beasts. Not only have they evolved humanoid mimicry, but their intelligence is also no different from humans. Therefore, ill-intentioned nuclear beasts are very dangerous to humans. This time, they were caught all in one go. My name is Lu Xing. I am a scavenger. I came here today because I received a commission to eliminate the beastmen lurking here. Compared to the reward for the mission commission, the 5 newly obtained nuclear cores are an even richer return. Scavengers are a special profession in this world. By accepting and completing mission commissions, they can obtain certain rewards. We scavengers are directly managed by the Scavengers Guild and are responsible for solving various troubles. And the reason they can do this is because most scavengers are new humans who have awakened abilities due to nuclear energy stimulation, just as animals became nuclear beasts and beastmen due to nuclear energy infection. Some humans also receive this gift. Not only have their physical qualities greatly improved, but they can also awaken different superpowers, and are called new humans. Although I am a new human, the special ability just now was merely from an item, not my own special ability, and my special ability seems rather unusual. My name is Lu Xing. I am an orphan. To survive, I was forced to join some organizations to get by. Getting beaten and starving was my daily routine, until I met the savior in my life, my scavenger team captain, Fan Xiaoyu. After that, the gears of fate began to turn. Because she discovered I had a new human constitution, the captain let me join the team she established. Twin leopards. From then on, my goal was to strive to survive in the apocalypse and do everything I could to become a stronger scavenger. Apocalypse City-State Jindu. Scavenger ability levels from highest to lowest: S rank, A rank, B rank, C rank, D rank. Later, I trained hard, and my strength progressed to the middle stage of C rank, but compared to those A rank, or even S-rank bosses with powerful special abilities and top-tier equipment, I still have a huge gap. But I have already found a different path to becoming stronger than them. I can defeat several beastmen at once, all thanks to these weapons that don't belong to this world, and the source of these weapons is closely related to my special new human ability. When I close my eyes, slowly fall asleep, I can then soul travel to another world. This is the new human special ability I've awakened. And this world, completely different from the original world, is the Immortal Refining Strange Realm. The Immortal Refining Strange Realm is full of demons, monsters, ghosts, and freaks. It's filled with a strange aura of death and terror, its danger level no less than the apocalypse. But unlike the apocalypse, in this strange world, one can cultivate immortality. Sect Master, you're finally awake? The mission over there is already completed. We've harvested quite a few materials, so we should be able to activate many more of the shrine's functional modules. One moment I was sleeping on a patch of wasteland, and the next I opened my eyes to a place with a completely different style. Every time I travel here, it feels a little unbelievable. But to explain why this happens, I have to go back to a few months ago. That day, I fell asleep in my own home as usual. However, when I opened my eyes again, where am I? I found myself in another world. At first, I thought I was just dreaming, but the pungent stench of corpses was so real it was absurd, making me feel sick. Even more absurdly, not only did my scavenger bracelet come with me into the dream, but it actually still worked. Scan successful, based on the characteristics of the corpse. It is determined to be an ancient human, the age is unknown, and the cause of death is suspected to be energy drainage. However, something even more absurd entered my sight in the next instant. Floating ancient buildings, strange thorns, the scene before me was like the cultivation world seen in old novels and ancient books. However, compared to the scenes described in the books, this world seemed even more terrifying and bizarre. As I was still pondering what kind of world this was, a sudden headache struck me. As if stimulated by this headache, memories of the original owner related to this world gradually emerged in my mind. The spiritual energy of this world has long been depleted, replaced by a malevolent energy sufficient to drive people mad. Stimulated by the malevolent energy, various demons and monsters prey on people, leaving rivers of blood in their wake. The cultivation methods of the remaining cultivators in this world, in order to maintain their transcendent status, are even more horrifying. The original owner of this body was a disciple of the cultivation sect, the Soaring Ascension sect. Like the other disciples, his only value and means of survival in the sect was to excavate treasures daily. They were, after all, ordinary people with no power to resist the cultivators and could only submit. The sect master of the Soaring Ascension sect appeared righteous, protecting the land. In reality, he only regarded his disciples as livestock, to be used as nourishment for his own cultivation and ascension. Under the sect master's bewitchment, the original owner of this body and his fellow disciples had their souls extracted for his cultivation. He even called the act of taking the disciples' souls a blessing bestowed upon them. Some disciples with a slight aptitude for cultivation were even used as materials for alchemy, their flesh and blood used to refine some kind of golden ascension pill. In this way, a large number of disciples died as sacrifices, their depleted corpses discarded in the wilderness. All that talk of upholding justice and saving the people was just an excuse for those cultivators to cover up their own filthy deeds. This is the cultivation of this world? So, does that mean I've transmigrated into someone else's soul? The headache is starting again. Is this more of the original owner's memories? Shinger, you probably don't know, but in this world, there used to be countless master cultivators. They could ascend to the heavens and enter the earth, omnipotent, living as long as the heavens and earth, turning their hands to create clouds and rain. Is this the original owner's elder? Back then, the Taoist masters were as common as clouds. It could be said that Mahayana practitioners were everywhere, and tribulation transcendent stage cultivators were as common as dogs. If you spat on the side of the road, you could hit 4 or 5 masters you couldn't possibly match. The so-called cultivators of today would have been, at best, nothing more than menial disciples in the past. Wow, wasn't that amazing? More than amazing, in the golden age of cultivation, even evil spirits and demons vied to join the righteous path. Many great demon gods even flocked to my number one sect, the Heaven and Earth sect, to cultivate for long years. The sect master even created a peerless technique for the joint cultivation of immortals and demons. Not only did the disciples' cultivation levels soar, but their kindness also surpassed that of the past. The world was a picture of peace. Is that child the original owner's younger body? Is that old man his ancestor? It's a pity that the good times didn't last. Suddenly one day, the spiritual energy was exhausted, malevolent energy overflowed, the heavens and the earth were torn asunder, and a terrible heavenly tribulation descended. As a result, those high-level cultivators suffered from reverse meridians and perished. The few masters who survived were forced into seclusion to sleep in order to protect themselves. In order to preserve the spark of life, the sect master of that time could only resort to a forbidden secret technique. Although this secret technique could protect the core hull of the sect, the immortal refining valley, from the heavenly tribulation, the sect was buried deep underground. After tens of thousands of years, it would require a destined person to come and revive the sect's spiritual root and rescue its disciples. However, after the depletion of spiritual energy came the expansion of malevolent energy. Let alone the revival of the sect, even the cultivation techniques and secret manuals have almost disappeared with the passage of time. In their place is a group of unheard-of cultivators. These so-called cultivators claim to be restoring the glory of cultivation, but in reality, they are a group of demonic cultivators who use malevolent energy to cultivate. Perhaps they once belonged to the righteous path, but in the Dharma-ending age, they were unwilling to fade into obscurity and chose a different, evil path. Because of this, the world today is called the bizarre domain of immortal refining. The methods of cultivation have also turned into the common practices of the evil path, such as devouring the souls and essence blood of mortals. My clan is the last descendant of the Heaven and Earth sect. If you can one day awaken the sect, you must ensure that our sect's cultivation methods are once again glorified, and do not let those demonic cultivators continue to bring disaster to the world. This cultivation world is no less cruel than the post-apocalyptic world. Fortunately, the original owner's elders still knew the information passed down from the sect back then. It's a pity that the original owner was captured and sacrificed by demonic cultivators before he could find the entrance to the sect. The good fortune of inheriting the family legacy can only fall to me. Remember this well, this is our village, and this is the Soaring Ascension sect. Follow this direction to find a ruin. Our sect is underground there. Remember to bring this bracelet. After finding that location, use the silver jade bracelet to knock out a pattern of 1 long and 2 short sounds. Repeat it 3 times, and recite the incantation to open the secret passage. According to the original owner's elder's description, the sect's ruins should be in this area. After searching all the way, the place that best fits his description seems to be the area with the pile of abandoned corpses where I woke up. Strong nuclear energy reaction detected in the range of 500 to 1,000 meters underground. What's going on? The scavenger bracelet was originally able to detect objects with nuclear energy in the Wasteland world. I didn't expect it to sound an alarm here. Could it be? The silver jade bracelet started to resonate, and the scavenger bracelet also showed that this energy is coming from the bottom of the well. Does that mean the sect entrance the elder spoke of is down there? The resonance is getting stronger, and the frequency of the alarm is also increasing. It seems I'm getting closer to the energy source. Just like that, I kept walking down, at least tens of thousands of steps. The people buried deep here have been eroded and assimilated by the malevolent energy, turning them into eclipse people, which made every step I took extremely difficult. Finally, am I at the bottom? The alarm frequency is very strong. Could it be in this hole? There's something? What is this thing? Could it be? I remember it was 1 long and 2 short knocks, and then recite the incantation. The 5 gods are with me, roaming the 4 directions, with the gods of the land and grain to my left and right. Thieves and robbers are subdued, travelers will have joy, and users will receive blessings, the 5 elements follow me, and all my wishes are granted. I bet right, this monster is the guardian of the sect's entrance. No, I should say, it is the entrance, and the silver jade bracelet is the key. Next time on. Although I've read those old cultivation novels before, I didn't really have a concept of what they were like. To think that seeing it with my own eyes would be even more shocking than I had imagined. What is this situation now? Sect Master, this little immortal has finally waited for you. The Heaven and Earth sect is saved. Just how many strange secrets are hidden inside this silver jade bracelet? Wait, what did you just call me? Sect Master? Oh right, the young Sect Master doesn't know the details of what happened back then. This situation was urgent. I learned from the girl that this is the core hall sealed away by the Heaven and Earth sect back then, the Immortal Refining Valley, and the girl who calls herself Little Immortal is the spirit of the sect's protective formation. A wisp of Little Immortal's spiritual consciousness was sealed within the silver jade bracelet. Her main soul, however, was sealed along with the other sect members in the Immortal Refining Valley. Now that I have arrived, that wisp of her spiritual consciousness has been released. During the Golden Age of cultivation, in order to allow benevolent demons to cultivate alongside righteous practitioners, the sect master created the method of joint immortal and demonic cultivation. Little Immortal also mentioned that during the end of the Golden Age, malevolent energy ravaged the lands, causing countless demonic beasts and cultivators to lose control and go on a rampage after being corrupted by it. The survival of mortals was in jeopardy, and even ordinary cultivators lost the ability to resist. At the critical moment, it was all up to the sect master. According to Little Immortal, the sect master turned the tide with just 2 moves. Spirit Cleansing Mantra, Holy Word Break. The first move could be called the Light of the Righteous Path, wiping out the majority of evil demons. The second move was a terrifying case of using demons to fight demons, clearing out the remaining evil remnants. Great demon emperors, hear my command, drag all evil demons back to hell. With 2 moves, he almost annihilated the entire first wave of attacking evil demons. But no matter how powerful the sect master was, he couldn't handle the absurdly large number of enemies. The waves of demonic cultivators and beasts corrupted by the malevolent energy were endless, impossible to kill completely. In the end, the sect master had no choice but to choose the last resort, sealing away the Immortal Refining Valley. The sect master sacrificed his own soul and essence blood to activate the formation that sealed the sect. The entire main hall of the sect, the Immortal Refining Valley, was sealed underground by the formation. And the souls of the sect disciples were thus preserved, falling into a deep slumber within the hall. Although it was a reluctant choice, it at least left a glimmer of hope for the sect members. The original owner's ancestor was on a mission outside and couldn't return to the sect in time. What he received was a decree issued by the sect master. This sect master strives for survival in this catastrophe. When the time of immortal fate arrives, the Immortal Refining Valley can be unsealed for cultivation, leading the disciples of the Sect to renewed glory. The ancestor of the original owner, a descendant of the sect master. Now, having awakened Little Immortal, I have naturally become the sect master. Next, there is only one thing I must do: gather spiritual energy and revive the sect. Only then can the Immortal Refining Valley be opened and operated normally, allowing me to begin the path of joint immortal and demonic cultivation and increase my strength. But collecting spiritual energy in this world where it's depleted is simply impossible, fortunately. The reaction from my scavenger bracelet gave me a bold idea. I was able to find the sect's ruins entirely because the scavenger bracelet detected nuclear energy. In other words, nuclear energy and spiritual energy might be interchangeable. If I can bring the nuclear energy from the Wasteland world here, I can provide enough energy to reawaken the sect. And when it comes to collecting nuclear energy, the nuclear crystals from the post-apocalyptic era are the #1 choice. The severe nuclear pollution after the nuclear war caused widespread evolution of animals into nuclear beasts, and the nuclear contaminants inside these beasts' bodies would condense into nuclear crystals. If only I could bring the nuclear crystals to this world, But can I even go back? Sect Master, what's wrong? It's nothing, I just haven't slept in a long time and I'm a bit tired. Can you find me a place to rest? I see, Sect Master, please follow me. While I'm asleep, remember to protect me well. Little Immortal accepts the command. When I first arrived in this world, I was extremely tense. Now that I'm in a safe environment and have suddenly relaxed, a wave of drowsiness has washed over me. When I woke up, I had once again traveled back to my original world, and even the silver jade bracelet came with me. From this, I can draw two conclusions. First, perhaps I can travel back and forth between the two worlds by sleeping. Second, perhaps I can bring objects I am touching with my hands to the other world. This was true for the scavenger bracelet, and it's also true for the silver jade bracelet. So, if I were holding nuclear crystals, perhaps I could bring them to the cultivation world too. Soon my guess was verified. Can this thing be used? Wow, the spiritual energy inside is as rich as a spirit stone. As expected, anything I touch with my hands while I sleep can come with me to the cultivation world, and the nuclear crystals can indeed provide spiritual energy for the sect's revival. With so much spiritual energy, it's enough to activate the Immortal Sect's most important divine artifact, the Rebirth Cauldron. The Rebirth Cauldron? Is it used for? Rebirth Cauldron. Heaven and earth reverse, the great void summons the cauldron of life. Sect Master, although the Rebirth Cauldron has been sealed for 1,000 years, it can be reactivated just by injecting spiritual energy. Back then, the Sect Master sealed the souls of the disciples within the eternal soul candles of the Rebirth Cauldron. After the Rebirth Cauldron forges new physical bodies for the disciples, they can be resurrected by having their souls enter them. The disciples are all highly skilled. With their help, the revival of the sect under the young Sect Master's leadership is just around the corner. Why wait for such a good thing? Let's activate the Rebirth Cauldron quickly. As you command, the current spiritual energy is sufficient to activate the divine artifact and forge one physical body. As for which disciple will be resurrected this time, that will depend on the young Sect Master's luck. Oh? Isn't this just pulling from a blind box? Interesting. I'll wait until I've collected more nuclear crystals and come back for a 10 pull. Although Little Immortal doesn't quite understand what a 10 pull means, there is something I must remind the Sect Master of first. What is it? The time it takes for an incense stick to burn. Young Sect Master, the disciple's body is almost formed. Young Sect Master, be careful, it's coming this way. So fast. Who are you? How are you not afraid of the Samadhi true fire on my body? The silver jade bracelet, could you be? Still not hurrying to pay your respects to the young Sect Master? Welcome back to this world. That's not right, the Sect Master clearly exhausted his cultivation and his soul scattered back then. But since this brat can use the silver jade bracelet and even open the Rebirth Cauldron to reconstruct my body, could he really be the Sect Master's reincarnation? I can't be careless. I should test his background first. For what purpose have you two awakened this venerable one? Of course, it's to have you join us in reviving the sect and restoring its former glory. Humph, if it's for something so boring, this venerable one has no interest in participating at all. Not interested, are you? Boring, is it? How dare you be disrespectful to the Sect Master? Then I, your little master, will make you piss your pants again. Get lost. To hell with your former glory, to hell with reviving the sect, to hell with the Sect Master. It was hard enough to be revived, and I even survived the golden age of cultivation. In this life, this venerable one will no longer be controlled by anyone. My fate is my own, not for the heavens to decide. Ah! It's the Sect Master's yin-yang soul, binding curse. When did the young Sect Master learn it? Hee, I just made the right bet. As soon as I entered the Rebirth Hall, the silver jade bracelet began to resonate. In the instant of the resonance, I could actually see countless sealed souls. Furthermore, each of them was connected to the silver jade bracelet by a chain. After that, I learned the origin of these souls. Although Little Immortal doesn't quite understand what a 10 pull means, there is something I must remind the sect master of first. What is it? Sealing souls is a demonic secret art, and it can only seal the souls of demons, monsters, and spirits. Therefore, the disciples sealed back then were all either demons or monsters, and among them were many demonic overlords who dominated their own territories. The only person they feared back then was the sect master, so the young sect master must be careful. Since these demons and monsters feared the sect master, he must have had a trump card to control them, and since the silver jade bracelet can link and resonate with the souls of these demons and monsters, it means this trump card is the silver jade bracelet itself. Later, I saw the chain from one of the eternal soul candles transfer onto the new body, thus, I became even more certain of my guess. So I just gently pulled on the silver jade bracelet, and I didn't expect it to trigger that, whatever curse. Young sect master, it's the yin-yang soul, binding curse. Young sect master is mighty, you insignificant disciple, hurry up and report your name. This disciple is named Fire Crow. I was originally a fire spirit for refining artifacts, used for forging with samadhi true fire. After 100 years of cultivation, I obtained a human form, and by a fortunate coincidence, I was accepted as a disciple by the former sect master. So you're just an artifact spirit who cultivated into a monster. Why act so high and mighty? If you're going to occupy a body and do nothing, then let's just send you back to be reforged. It's a waste of nuclear crystals. No, this disciple was once a high-grade immortal artifact used for refining pills, creating talismans, and forging magic treasures. The mortal iron forges immortal's artifact. This truth-seeking whip, these thunderlight talismans, and this Tiangang demon-suppressing greatsword are magic treasures that were sealed along with this disciple. I implore the sect master to accept them. Is this all the sincerity you have? It's not even enough to send a beggar away. This can only mean we're not fated to be. It's time to say goodbye. Sect master, calm your anger. As long as this disciple is given enough spiritual energy as material, this disciple can refine even more talismans, pills, and magic treasures for the sect master. Alas, this can only mean we are not fated to be. It's time to say goodbye. This disciple guarantees that the sect master will leave everyone in the dust on the path of treasure refining. Really? Fine, you only get one chance. Time returns to the present. Fire Crow, is the spiritual energy from these nuclear crystals enough? Beep, sect master's amazing. In this creepy ass world full of evil energy, he actually found a treasure overflowing with spiritual energy? This new sect master's really got something, but this stone doesn't seem quite the same as a regular spirit stone. Finally, I get to refine a treasure again. Then let's do this right away. Molten Flame Treasure Refining Technique. Open. Since this stone is raw material just like a spirit stone, I can only refine something at random. This time, I refined something called Shadowwind Falcon Talisman. Judging from the name, it probably grants some kind of avian ability. Not bad, but a little too basic if I want to get a better treasure. What should I do? Simple, just pump in more spiritual energy. Molten Flame Treasure Refining Technique, supercharged to the max. This time, is a seed. This seed looks different. What kind of plant is this? Wait, this seed looks familiar. It's just like that fruit I ate before. That plant seems to be called the Bixiao Reincarnation Vine. Its ripe fruit tastes amazing. Look, I may be a cultivator, but I haven't eaten in 2 days. Plus, my cultivation hasn't fully recovered yet, and refining treasures eats up a massive amount of spiritual energy. You probably fainted from hunger. Let me take you to rest. Sect Master, don't worry, she should be fine after a few hours of rest. But the food issue still needs solving. Actually, I thought of this earlier, but food can't be transferred in. I already tested it, so the rules probably block anything with biological traits from teleporting through. Alas, there are still a lot of nuclear crystals left, but if the food issue is not solved, I can't revive other fellow disciples. No, with more disciples, maybe they can help solve this issue. I don't fully understand, but if the sect master believes in it, I'll follow through. What the hell? Why is the rebirth cauldron shaking so violently? Looks like this time, 2 disciples revived at once. Also, they seem to be fighting. Yin Yang soul binding curse. Enough, cut it out. Ah, too loud. Can't a beautiful lady like me get some sleep around here? Huh, it's you guys? Well, this just got interesting. Who are they? They were once the famously renowned sister duo of the Dragon Sword clan. The elder sister is Tsung Ming Sha, and the younger one is Tsung Liuli. Back in the sect, they were complete opposites, utterly incompatible like fire and water. Who would have thought they'd be revived together? Fate really knows how to bring enemies face to face. Should we let them fight again to settle it once and for all? Tsung Liuli. Tsung Ming Sha. Shut up. Enough bickering. Now that you guys have been revived, shouldn't you be thanking the sect master? Sect master? Sect master, truly extraordinary. I can feel the intense spiritual energy flowing within you. However, at the same time, I can sense that the sect master hasn't studied or cultivated any Taoist techniques yet. Right. Liuli is the sect's most proficient disciple in Taoist techniques and divine abilities. Why not have me assist the sect master in cultivation? Besides, I happen to be quite proficient in the art of dual cultivation. Get lost, the sect master doesn't need your garbage teachings. Before joining this sect, I, Ming Sha, was the chief assassin of the Nether King sect. All kinds of secret techniques were at my fingertips. That's why I must be the one teaching. Also, I know dual cultivation too. Huh, isn't it just dual cultivation? Why not do it together then? Or you could fight it out, winner gets to teach the sect master. Scram. Heaven sees all, karma comes for everyone. Okay, stop bickering. Solving the issue of food is the most important thing now. Whoever can figure out how to make this seed bear fruit, gets to teach me. Wait, that's a Bixiao reincarnation vine seed? This is a rare treasure that is hard to come by. Legend has it, this rare tree must be buried in evil soil that has absorbed the evil energy of countless corpses. Then, using cultivation techniques to help it absorb the essence within the soil, only then will it begin to sprout. But that's not all. Once it sprouts, it needs both pure spiritual energy and evil energy to grow. That's why it's so rare. I heard that eating its fruit can not only improve your cultivation, but also gain divine abilities. Then this tree is a jackpot. It's not difficult to get spiritual energy. I can continue to collect nuclear crystals, but to get the evil soil, I'll have to go into the ghastly domain for that. But according to the original owner's memories, that ghastly domain is crawling with all sorts of evil spirits. I just hadn't run into any before because my activity range was too limited. In order to collect that soil, I asked Xiaoxian to arrange for the 3 disciples to rest first. Then I also returned to the apocalyptic world to gather more crystals and refined treasures to share with them. If I'm sending them out, I need to make sure they all come back alive. Missed calls 18. Huh, a message from the captain? You little punk, why aren't you answering your phone? Get over here, I've got something real good for you. Scavenger Guild Headquarters. Captain's been trying to reach me so many times. Could something serious be going on? Facial recognition successful. Lu Xing. Humph? Captain. Are you okay? Fan Xiaoyu. Xingzi? What are you doing here? Captain, didn't you say you had something good for me? Something good? Something good, could it be? Oh, right, I remember now. I recently picked up a big mission. But you know the captain, how busy I usually am. So I figured, why not let you take this rare opportunity as some real experience? Don't worry, the rewards for a 2-star scavenger mission are generous. Once it's done, we split it 70-30. Thank you for the trust, Captain, but isn't it a little reckless for a rookie like me to take on a 2-star mission solo? It's fine, you're a member of my team, Fan Xiaoyu, the S-rank powerhouse of the scavengers. Besides, you're the only member of my team, who else is gonna do it? Then I'd like to upgrade my equipment. Great idea, go for it. Awesome, so, Captain, can you sponsor me a little funding? Funding, huh? No, I don't have any. And you know my awakened ability is superhuman physique. I've never needed to buy equipment, and even if I did, I wouldn't have anything to lend you. Captain, I heard the guild's 5 king-tier scavengers get hefty monthly stipends. Can't you just spare a bit? Help me buy some equipment. It's not a scam, it's an investment. You've got nothing to lose, especially since you don't buy equipment anyway. Ah, you're still too naive. Sure, I don't spend money on real-life equipment. But the equipment in games? Way pricier. I've got to buy new games every month, and I'm barely scraping by. Besides, the next generation console of Little Paradise is set to launch next month, and I'm already worried I won't have enough money for it. Just the base unit alone costs 3,500 sand coins, and that's not including the game cartridges. Right, I almost forgot Captain's a hardcore gaming addict and full-time net junkie. Her spending on games isn't just throwing money around, it's like a damn tsunami. This isn't gaming, it's arson with money. There's no relying on Captain, I've to figure something out on my own. Even if I can't upgrade my equipment, I've never turned down a mission assigned from the Captain, not because of the big rewards or the chance to farm nuclear crystals, but mainly because she saved my life. I lost my parents to famine when I was young, but I was a tough kid, survived by picking scraps and eating trash with the beggars. Later, I was captured by the Rust Plague Gang, a scavenger raider group, and forced to work as a lackey, just as they clashed with the Broken Rainbow Gang over territory. Scavenger raiders, wasteland gangs that survive through looting and killing. But my tough luck kept me going. I was taken by the winning side and turned into a child soldier. This brat's tough and feral, let's train him as one of ours. But raiders are nothing in front of giant nuclear beasts. While they often loot and pillage in the wild, they can be attacked by nuclear beasts at any moment. But my luck was unbreakable. Maybe I was too scrawny to even fill the gaps between its teeth, so the nuclear beast didn't eat me. From then on, I continued to survive by relying on my strong constitution. I thought my hard luck would carry me forever, until the day I encountered my very first beast tide. A beast tide is a mass rampage of nuclear beasts, and its cause remains unknown to this day. For ordinary people, surviving one is almost impossible. 9 out of 10 won't make it out alive. The moment I collapsed, I thought my tough luck streak of survival was finally over. But then, my fated savior appeared. Feel this beast tide. I missed tonight's ranked match in Apocalypse Hunter. Hey kid, stay put, I'll wrap this up quick. Golden, straight punch. The Captain, who was in a hurry to go home and play games, used only one super edgy move to wipe out all the nuclear beasts in the beast tide. She completed an 8-star mission in a flash, and casually saved my life while she was at it. You've got crazy luck, kid. Why not follow me from now on? From then on, she took me in. Eventually, she discovered I had the new human physique and brought me into her team. Like a stray meteor, I crashed into Captain's orbit, and became the only team member under her command. Nuclear Beast Sanctuary Research Institute. According to the briefing Captain gave me, the mission location is this research institute. Mission: Crisis at the Research Institute, difficulty 2-star. Brother Scavenger, I've been waiting for you. I'm Dr. Su, head of the Nuclear Beast Sanctuary Research Institute. How should I address you, brother? I'm Lu Xing, just call me Xing. Great, Brother Xing, come on in, we'll talk inside. Brother Xing, please sit down. Brother, please have some tea. Thanks, but no need to be so formal. Please just explain the mission details directly. Our Nuclear Beast Sanctuary Research Institute is a humanitarian shelter. Over the past 5 years, we've rescued and cared for hundreds of beastkin. This place has become their warm, safe home. Most humans believe beastkin are dangerous, but I say that's just prejudice. Those beastkins who wish to integrate into human society simply hope for a safe place to live. In order to eliminate the prejudice against beastkins, we not only take in beastkins, we have also been continuously researching ways to help beastkins eliminate their bestial genes and fully transform into humans. Just as the Nuclear Beast Sanctuary Research Institute was thriving, we ran into serious trouble. It seems a nuclear beast has latched onto the institute. which is why we had to call in a scavenger to deal with it. That thing must be back again. I'll go check it out. You all stay here and don't go outside. Be careful, brother. Bullets aren't doing a thing to it. What? Although the mission description mentioned only one nuclear beast, this Wasteland Titan python is at least 10 times larger than a normal specimen. It even appears to be a venomous subspecies. How is this a 2-star mission? It's clearly at least 3-star. Beep. Captain totally screwed me this time. Its scales are too thick, blindly shooting will just piss it off. Is it the roar of a snake? Looks like I need to lure it away first. Yo bro, lend me your grenade. Where are your manners? Relax, I only want the grenade. Is this scavenger really that broke? Dude's begging for equipment? No. Is this scavenger serious? Hey big guy, look here. Come on, I'm right here. Chaos Canyon. Man, these borrowed grenades are coming in handy. I've never fought such a rich battle before. It's great to have free grenades to throw around. Once the mission is complete, I'll definitely ask them to give me a few more good things when I get back to the research institute. I've already lured it to Chaos Canyon. It shouldn't be a threat to the institute anymore. It's time to finish this. Here, Snakey. Why special gift, grenade care package. Thunder Talisman. Thunder Slash. Nice, this method actually works. What? This guy's regeneration ability is insane. And now it's spewing venom? That's just dirty fighting. So it turns out you were spewing concentrated acid. That's even more terrifying than venom. My P1-2 motorbike. Retired on the spot, just like that. Good thing I've still got a trump card, Shadow Wind Falcon Talisman. For my beloved little motorbike. Time to farm more nuclear crystals off this beast. This Wasteland Titan python subspecies is harder than diamond. Even after all that, it's still regenerating like crazy, but it's all over now. Wait, this nuclear beast. Is it crying? Could it be that it's actually? So she really is a beastkin. No wonder she possesses intelligence like a human. Mission complete. That Wasteland Titan python's entire body got blasted to bits by me. All that's left is this tail. Thanks, Brother Ashing. I've already transferred your mission payment. Appreciate it. Crushing a 1-star Beastkin Club mission only pays 5,000 sand coins. But this 2-star job paid several times more. Still, the difficulty really jumped too. It felt like I was trading my life for money. By the way, Dr. Su, isn't this institute supposed to be in an area where nuclear beasts barely show up? It's pretty abnormal that a giant nuclear beast showed up. Has anything weird happened around here lately? No, not at all. Incidents of mindless nuclear beasts trespassing into private areas have become increasingly common these days. You don't need to worry about it too much. By the way, Brother Xing, you look tired. If you're not in a rush, why not stay and rest a bit? I can have De Mei and Xiao Mei help you relax and unwind. Oh? Your research institute also offers this kind of service? Don't you know that running beastkin services is illegal? Or, are you trying to set me up? Brother, don't get the wrong idea. They're doing this willingly. It's got nothing to do with the institute. They're just grateful that you protected their home. That's why they offered themselves to repay the favor. They're hoping you'll keep helping us out with security in the future. So that's how it is. In that case, I've got a bold request. You got any more beastkin maids? Can you arrange for them all to be with me? Huh. You really know how to have fun. Brother, I'll get them all arranged for you right away. Thanks. Is everyone here? Yes, mister, we're all present. We're happy to serve you. Really? You don't look all that happy. Forget it, no need to pretend anymore. Thunder Slash. My sweet little girl, Daddy's kept you waiting so long. It's all because of that damned nuclear beast stirring up trouble. But it's gone now, and today, Daddy can finally bring you back to life. So that's the real reason the giant nuclear beast showed up, right, Dr. Su? Brother Xing? What are you doing in our beastkin rescue room? This area is off limits. You can't just walk in here. Besides, it's only been a few minutes, don't tell me you already. I've tolerated you long enough. Not only is your speech full of lies, now you're trying to curse me? Cut the crap. Just tell me what shady things has this research institute really been hiding? I was going to offer you some benefits and try to get you to join my research institute, but since you insist on sticking your nose in it, I'll drop the act. I already hit the alarm button while we were talking just now. You might be strong, kid, but you're no match for my beastkin enhanced by biogenetic tech. Blame yourself for being too young and naive. Too bad for you, you've already lost control over them. What if you forcibly unlock their collars? Their heads should have exploded. How did you do that? You don't have to worry about this, they are mine now anyway. Demei and the others already told me everything about your evil crimes. You lewd beastkin girls here under the name of a shelter, any with even a bit of beauty have all been forced to wear electronic collars. Because the electronic collar could electrocute or even kill on command. With that kind of control, they had no choice but to obey all your sick demands. Moreover, all kinds of banned enhancement drugs developed by the Research Institute are first tested on the beastkin. You went around claiming that the Research Institute is a compassionate organization, but in reality, the one who harms the beastkin the most is you, Dr. Su. No, that's not it. I had no choice because of what happened that day. I really, truly wanted to help the beastkins at first. I couldn't stand watching them get abused by humans. Who the hell ambushed me? Later, I became a bioscientist. After marrying, my wife and I even had a child. We also adopted quite a few beastkin, and my research was entirely focused on helping beastkin change their genes to transform into humans. After years of research, I finally unlocked the genetic code of the beastkin. With that foundation, I was not far from achieving my research goal. What? I'll be right there. But all that collapsed with what happened that day. The beastkin lost their sanity after being injected with the transformation drug I developed for testing. Dr. Su, that beastkin went wild and was shot dead by us. Although we rushed over immediately after receiving the distress call, it was too late. When I arrived, my wife and the beastkin were already lifeless, and my daughter was barely breathing. Daddy, it hurts. Daddy, please save me. Don't worry, Xiaoqing, Daddy's here. Daddy won't let you die. From then on, my research focus was no longer to help beastkin but to save my daughter. Xiaoqing's body was severely injured, and maintaining her life alone required huge expenses, and when I could find a way to save her was completely unknown. To fund my daughter's life support and continue research to cure her, I had to bow to capital. I made a deal with an underground organization. They provide funding and live beastkin. I am responsible for extracting the necessary materials from beastkin to create various enhancers and hallucinogens injectable to humans. There are even all kinds of banned drugs available. These drugs are sold by the underground organization on the black market for profit, and I get a share. Gradually, the beastkin became just tools for me to achieve my goal. In the end, I became the very kind of monster I once despised, but that no longer matters. I have found a way to save my daughter, gene fusion. As long as we find a beastkin whose genes are compatible, this technology can fuse the beastkin's body with my daughter's body into a new body. Although the method is simple, but finding a beastkin compatible with my daughter's genes is like finding a needle in a haystack. Too bad, we had already captured that white snake beastkin. But not only did that white snake escape, she also knocked over a lot of our goods. Is it her? This needle, I just happened to catch it. The gene match between the Titan Python beastkin and Xiaoqing reached 99.99%. Finally, I can save my daughter. But just as I was about to start the gene fusion, a giant Wasteland Titan Python invaded and ruined my plan. Gene fusion takes a long time and cannot be interrupted. To start, the Titan Python must be eliminated. Now that UV killed the Titan Python, I have no worries anymore, so the gene fusion can begin immediately, and I can soon revive Xiaoqing. System, initiate gene fusion immediately. Confirmed, initiating. Once the gene fusion starts, there's no stopping it. Even if you kill me now, it won't change anything. Go, hurry and rescue the other beastkin in the incubation pods. If you're too slow, this place's power will be drained dry. Got it. Destroying the power now will only speed up the shortage of electricity to the beastkin incubation pods, and it won't affect the main chamber that gathers all the power. At this point, all we can do is hope. That's the fusion. It's starting? Yeah, and so far, it looks like everything's going smoothly. No. Something seems wrong. Beep it, gene rejection. Could it be that 0.01% genetic mismatch? We're screwed. If we can't forcefully stop the fusion, Xiqing might turn into a monster. It's her? She's still alive? What is she doing trying to rip out the main power cable? That's right. Back then, I didn't kill her. I only cut off her tail and brought it back as proof. Why did you only cut off my tail? Were you not afraid I'd come back for your life? In the research institute, you could have easily killed those guards, but you just knocked them out with your roar. That tells me you didn't want to kill anyone. So what's your real goal? And I got my answer. The whole truth. After the nuclear war, the forest on the outskirts of the Apocalypse City was severely affected by nuclear radiation. The animals that survived mutated, including the Wasteland Titan python. Among the snake tribe, a green snake and a white snake were the first to evolve into beastkin form. Because the forest wasn't far from the human settlement, the curious little green snake would often wander over, although she had no ill intent toward humans. As the saying goes, if you often walk by the river, your shoes will get wet. The green snake nearly got hunted down. Luckily, a young Dr. Sue saved her life. Years later, that same green snake crossed paths with him again. 2121's Outstanding Humanitarian Scientist of the Year, Dr. Sue. The little green snake then had the idea of repaying his gratitude. Because the white snake was worried about her safety, she finally decided to sneak into the research institute together with the little green snake. They just wanted to surprise Dr. Sue. Instead, they got the shock of their lives. The green snake tried to escape, but it was too late. The white snake fought to save her, but ended up knocking over all the drugs. Enhancers, hallucinogens, corrosive poisons, everything spilled out. Beep, this batch of goods was worth at least 3 million sand coins. How the hell are we gonna explain this to the boss? The combined effects of the enhancer, hallucinogen, and corrosive poison caused the white snake to mutate. Then she snapped and went on a berserk rampage. When she woke up, she found herself deep in the bloodthorn forest, and her body had grown to a monstrous size. She did return to the research institute a few times, but only used her roar or defended herself. She never killed, nor did she force her way in. She knew that breaking into the research institute could get the other beastkin inside killed, and she believed in what the green snake once told her, that her savior would help. What she didn't know was that the very person who doomed the green snake was that so-called savior. The irony is, the one who's now risking her life to save your daughter is her.